We're getting ready to start this. All right, so we're on CaliMove. We're doing day 2 now of week 13. And yeah, let's get started. Okay, so I've been kind of plugging away here, trying to get. I got more going on with my daily streaming plans, activities, and got programming I'm going to be doing online. I'm going to try to get more organized. So I'm actually going to schedule my streams starting today. Actually, I'm going to go on to Twitch and I'm actually going to put things on there, and I'm going to try to stick to a schedule. Uh, my workouts are a little bit more. I'm going to try to start between 7 and 7:30. So right now it's 7:35, so obviously I'm a little late. But the ultimate goal is that I'm going to be done by 8:30. I have to be done by 8:30 because I got to get into a schedule, hopefully, that I can easily convert when I'm employed again. So I can't be going to 9, 9:30, 10 for my workouts because it screws with the rest of the day, and I got to get in the schedule. So here I am, going to give this a go. So anyway, today's CaliMove week 13, I think is what it says. This is day 2. Our week 14 is the end of phase 3. There's 4 phases in this, so then I will have to start phase 4. Phase 4 will have a test week, which is going to go pretty quick because I'll probably cram those all into one day because I don't like test week because it takes a whole week and does 2 things, and it's just, yeah, it's not a workout. You could do all that stuff in a day. Good. And which is what I'll do, which will probably allow me to move forward one more day because I'll start day 1 on the beginning, and which will probably be okay because I'm really not doing extra workouts anymore because these are getting up to where we're doing 5 sets. We've got 4 items, 5 sets, and I do occasionally throw in a few extra exercises along the way, depending on how I feel that day. If I feel like I'm getting the work that I want to get. So today I'll probably start off just doing what it says. It's 5 sets. That's 20 sets. 20 sets, 20 to 25 sets to me is a sweet spot for a workout. Um, that said, starting late this week, or I think it's late this week, possibly next week on the CaliMove program, um, we actually started going up to 6 sets. 6 times 4 is 24. Now we're at that totally sweet spot, right? I mean, now we're in that area where I'm at the top of the workouts, maximum sets. You're really feeling like you're getting a full workout in. So anytime you're up to that 20, 24 range, if you're a regular gym goer, other than like a bodybuilder who's trying to do like, they're doing 90 minutes to 2 hour workouts and you've got that kind of time, most people don't spend more than 20 to 25 sets, even when they're in good shape and they're focused and they're on point, because it takes a long time. So that's about all you can really get in an intense workout, for most people. Um, there's plenty of people at the beginning stages of their workouts that don't even want to do that many sets, 15 to 20. And trust me, a lot of CaliMove is 15 to 20. The very end of phase 1 goes up to 6 for a short, brief time. In fact, it might only go up to 5, but you're doing like 5 exercises, so you're still getting to that 25 range. By the end of this, during the whole course of phase 4, they increase sets. At the end of phase 4, I'll be doing 9 sets. That's 9 times, and it's only ever 4 exercises, so 9 times 4, 36 sets. They are slightly faster paced, I think, but that is going to take a long time. It's going to be a big workout, and 9 sets is a lot of freaking exercises. I don't know the last time I've done 36 sets in a day. I think I've gone up to 30. 36 is going to be huge. So it's going to be interesting to see how that goes. 9 is a lot of freaking sets. So we'll see. We're not there yet. Let's get started. All right, so the first things that we got going, again, these are one of the, if I had to complain at all about CaliMove, um, it's a lot of repeat exercises. You're going to be doing the same things a lot. You're doing inverted rows, you're doing push-ups, you're doing, they change them up a little bit as it goes. You know, you're going to be doing archer push-ups, archer inverted rows, which just means one arm, basically. The one arm equivalent for body weight or for push-ups and rows. Um, then you're going to be doing just a lot of the same things. Like these exercises I'm doing today are the same ones I did last week and the same ones I did the week before. They're not changing it up. The phases might change it a little bit. This phase, they added in archer push-ups and archer rows. And in the weeks before, you just did regular push-ups, regular rows. Not really changing that much with the pull-ups. You just do pull-ups all the time. Just remember that with pull-ups on CaliMove, it's not the short little bend your arm pull-ups. These are full range push pull-ups. You've got to go down to where you're basically hanging on the bar. That's all you're doing. You're hanging straight down. So if you can't do those, you probably wouldn't be doing intermediate. The beginner lets you do a lot of like active hangs or dead hangs to try to get your grip strength up, try to get your basic setup or your body ready for a full range pull-up. And for me, when I first started CaliMove, I was doing basic pull-ups. I was doing the wrong pull-ups. I'd go down about 3/4 of the way. My arms are still mostly bent. Now I try to go down to about here. So my elbows are slightly engaged. The whole point is, even at a dead hang position, which is basically all the way out like this, letting your body hang out, you still want to keep your muscles engaged. It's not a just kind of hang and just let your hands do this. You could, but I prefer having the muscles at least stay activated. They have active hang is not the same thing. Active hang means you pull up, your scapula is compressed, and you're actually forcing some muscles to do their thing. In this case, it would be the scapula for an active hang. That's not a full extension, but you can still have your muscles engaged even on a full extension. Let's get going. I think I'm warmed enough. Whatever. Taking too long. I have till 8:30. I gotta stay on schedule. All right. I've calculated out these rings. This should be, for me anyway, close to 173 pounds. It's based on your weight, of course. So if my weight fluctuates, which it's hovering about 183 right now. Now these are archer rows, which means go to one way. Kind of hot in here today. All right, so that's 16. 16, which is actually only 8. Sorry, you count each arm is all you get. So 193, pretty high. And the first set's always the hardest. Mentally, physically, just like your brain is like, your body's like trying to wake up, going, is this what we're doing today? I don't know if I want to do these today. All right, so get going here. And then go to clock, stopwatch. Now I do have this set up. It says 2 minutes, but note that the workout actually says I should be doing 2.5s. Uh, and I'm going to try to do it at 2s because I got to keep the speed up, especially since I'm trying to get done more in less time than it. Archer push-ups, again, one arm push-ups. Last time I did these, I tried to add a little bit of extra weight, putting my feet on the bench. And then we will do that again today, try to see where I'm at. So, like I said, these first ones are always a little bit more challenging. We'll see how my body progresses. Hopefully I'll be able to wake up everything, go have a few good sets. Um, yeah, that's the plan anyway. Let's see if I can get my heart rate monitor going while we're waiting for my 2 minutes to cook out here. Does it want to work? Nope. There is one issue. I've noticed that if my phone is competing with my um, watch, sometimes the phone loses. The app, this app has trouble reading my heart rate monitor. And I know it's working because my watch picked it up just fine. So, such is what it is. This it'll pick it up if it's first, but if something else connects to it, it gets stupid. All right, time's up. Let's get going. Hoo-ah. I was kind of watching a video of a guy who was talking about how to correctly do pull-ups or how to build strength in pull-ups, especially if you're struggling with progression. In other words, say you could do 5, but you go on doing 5 for week in and week out, and you're always struggling at 5 or 6 or 4 or 5 or whatever. You're just in that zone where you're just really not progressing. Uh, One of the recommendations is that or his suggestion is you increase your time under tension. Oops. I thought I had these linked. Oh, is that what it is? Did I not actually hit start? Maybe that's why it didn't. That was weird. I could have swore. All right. 160. I did 8 again. Huh. Okay. Which means your exercise, your effort should be 30 to 60 seconds under load. Typically that. I mean, because really what these are supposed to be, they're fast ups, slow downs with the inverteds. With the push-ups, they're slow downs, fast ups. The slow downs should get you into that time under tension, but what I'm going to do is at the end of the reps or set, I'm going to set my, or before I start, I'm going to set my timer to kind of see how I do at the time under tension. Okay, so we're just over 2 minutes here. Let's get going. I don't know the best way to start here because this doesn't let me lean back into this because it's too long. If I have to start back, then I have to go, and then my feet want to slide. Oh, I see what the problem is here. No wonder they're so freaking long. I forgot to put this thing back up. I don't know. That's like, yes, I can do it at that level, but I'll be freaking 4 miles away from the weight. And this is, I was really far away. I don't understand. Oh yeah, that's a little easier. Okay, let's go. 6. Whew, okay. Yeah, it was over 30 seconds. 8. Tell you, 193 borders on too heavy. I'm definitely struggling a little bit on the weight there. That's on the high end. I mean, which actually is pretty accurate, I think, as far as weight to what do you call it, body weight exercise conversion to actual barbell weight, because that's about where I'm at when I do bend over rows. So when you're doing this or this, whatever, but you know, however you hold your bar when you're lifting, I'm about 190s, I think, doing 10 or so. So that's a reasonably close proximity to what barbell would be for me. Thing is, I'm doing that for months. So am I improving? I don't know. Is this harder? I have gone to the gym recently and done pretty much what I've been able to do in the past, but I don't feel like I've gotten stronger. I don't feel like I can necessarily do more than I ever did in the past. So am I improving? I don't know. I mean, what body weight exercises? I think it's fair to say that I've done more. There's certain things I can do better now than I could when I started. Just because body weight exercises oftentimes require a different kind of form. Just trying to get a feel for my time under tension here. I was well over a minute under tension. I mean, granted, it's 2 arms, but did 9 that time. All right, let's bring this up. Oh, my heater is cranking today. Even though I have it closed, I still feel that heat coming out. It's going to be interesting. So I've got a lot of, as you know, I've been doing these videos for quite some time. The CaliMove, I've been doing them since October. And most of them, if you want to see the ones I've done, are on YouTube. I haven't done every single one because, like I said, a lot of them are repeaty, so I've skipped a few weeks of streams. But I've done all the workouts. I'm hoping to do a merge up of all the first beginner section and do a review on it. I'm going to be working on that this week, so hopefully I can get a full video of that out soon. Okay, let's do this. I could tell I am definitely losing it. My right arm, my alt arm, the arm that's not supposed to be under load, is definitely starting to assist. Uh, I keep watching myself if this arm is bent, if your alt arm, the off arm is bent while you're doing these, then you're starting to lose your form a little because now this arm is taking the load off. But at the same time, you're still getting some of it, right? Hey, Stelios TTV, how you doing, man? My thought is, though, it's not a loss of form per se because you're still getting the work. You're losing the amount of resistance. You're reducing your resistance. So if you're normally doing the rows 2-arm, but you're trying to do archers to up the difficulty, and then you start doing like I was doing there towards the end, where this arm is bending more and more the more tired I got. All I'm doing is reducing the weight resistance over here, but it's not like it's bad form. It's just reduced resistance because I'm getting tired. So yeah, you want to keep the resistance up, but at the same time, it's just as good to finish your lift. I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm trying to get myself on a more consistent schedule. So these are proving to be So staying on top of this stuff can be challenging. All right, so archer push-up. Here we go. These are definitely getting more challenging. So with the extra sets, doing 5 sets, this is the first time the CaliMove has me doing these exercises for 5 sets. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes. As you can see, I've progressed. I keep adding extra difficulty. One of such as putting my feet on the bench there, which puts more weight on my upper body, which makes obviously more challenging. But there's a lot of ways that in my mind, or through tired or exhaustion, I end up reducing that resistance. Now remember, the ultimate goal of doing all this CaliMove stuff is to be able to do some of the, what do you call it, calisthenics, holy grail items, planche push-ups, muscle ups, what do you call it, planche holds, any of that stuff. You're trying to, there's like 3 of them, I can't remember the other one. Muscle up, planche push-ups, human flag, all that stuff. That's what calisthenics all about, right? It's mostly a lot of that is core, but this is working core. But things like muscle ups, learning to do pull-ups quick, strong, and full form, and doing planche push-up is learning to give your whole upper body the strength to lift your entire body up from flat. Basically just coming up all the way up and going back down. Basically being able to put your feet straight out, which means putting a lot of load on your whole upper body, shoulder area. Wait a minute, didn't I just do push-ups? Dang it, see, I talked myself right into not knowing where I'm at. Let's get this up here. I was trying to reduce. Now these are supposed to be, according to CaliMove, 2.5 minute breaks. And I'm right at 2.5 right now, although I've been trying to do these in 2s. I'm trying to make up some time, but personal time. Two. Six. I almost quit at 7. I decided to go to 8. Thanks, Delios. Appreciate it. sometimes it's mental, you know. Doing that next one is like, yeah, you know, I don't think I'm gonna do anymore. And your muscle, your body, your brain's going, yes, yes, you are, yes, you are. Or sometimes it's the reverse. Your muscles are like, yeah, no, thank you. And your brain's like, come on, man, we got one left. Do it. Just do it. Let's just see what happens if you go that extra lift. And then you start arguing, but I've got 2 more sets to go. Like, so what? Just do the dang thing. So that's what goes on inside my head, and probably a lot of people's when you're in the middle of these lifts. It's like, I don't want to do anymore, but yes, you have to do more. And sometimes you have to listen to the inner coach. Ah, all right, but I'm kind of feeling pretty stuck these days. I'm finding it a hard time doing more, going up, increasing. A lot of times I feel like I've been doing the same thing for weeks. Physique update before you end. You posing? I don't know. Not much of a poser. Get it? I don't know. I don't hear that phrase very often. A poser. Poser. I don't even know what it's supposed to mean. Maybe it means just that. Somebody who thinks they're all that, so they pose a lot. I don't know. I don't know where that term poser comes from or came from. I don't even know. Maybe that it's come and gone. Oh, oh boy. Whew. Uh, it's not that I mind posing. It just feels awkward. You know, you gotta, I get that, so many of these online, online streamers are so entertaining. And I know I need to work on that. You gotta, heck, there's a lot of actors and guys, people out there that, they realize, like The Rock, all right? He knows he's The Rock. He knows he looks like he looks, and he knows people are gonna want to see him flex and do his little, what is it, his chest flexes, where he can make one side of his chest flex. Remember, wasn't it? Didn't in one of the movies he was in, somebody threw a walnut or something at him, and he flexed and shot it back at him, like like a like a basket, like a what do you call it? Paddle. That's I can't do that. I don't have that kind of muscle control. But still, plus my chest doesn't quite have that much range of motion. Flexed or not flexed, it's only going to move like you know, a fraction of a couple millimeters, where when he flexes, his chest goes, pops out and shoots his walnut across the room. But hey, I've always been a fan. I always felt like with a little bit more tan and a little bit more bulk, I actually kind of look a little bit like him. I've heard people tell me so, and I kind of feel like it. But it's like I'm in a whole nother class of uh, of a body weight, so body form, and he spends obviously a lot more time in the gym, so I'll never be to that level of bulk. But such is the way, man. Okay, so how many did I do last time on this? 8. Well, I've never done a fifth set of this, according to my. I have it recording 5 sets, but I don't think I've ever actually done a fifth set. So you'll notice on those, my alt arm really started helping a lot at the end. I really wanted to do 8, so I just did as many as I could, even though my alt arm kind of assisted quite a bit. Again, for me, it was just a matter of getting them done, adding that extra resistance and not just stopping, even though I could have stopped and probably had it be full range. But if you can, sometimes it's more important to get more done, even if it's a slightly less range, just because it'll help build up that strength you need. So, of course, the ideal is to do more at the hardest point, but of course, at the hardest point is when you're so tired you can't do the hardest point. But if you make all the other parts stronger, you could stay at the hardest point longer because the hardest point, you're not burning out the muscles getting there. So says me, what do I know? I mean, there's so many experts out there, and I'm not really one of them. I'm experienced. All of my knowledge comes from experience. I'm not trained. I'm not a physical trainer. I've worked with physical trainers, but um, it's just how my body reacts, how my body responds, and years and years of doing this stuff to learn how the body responds to things and how to improve. And I've come to the conclusion that if you're doing anything short of bad form, um, you're doing something. In other words, you're building up your strength no matter what. Uh, yeah, I run a lot, do a lot of squats. I mean, not squats. I don't do squats. Actually, I almost never do squats. No, I've been trying to do a lot of biking, running, leg stuff. I don't like doing squats, not with barbells, because to me, they feel hazardous. I don't like the stress they put on my lower back. So I like to do body weight stuff for legs as much as possible. Adding weight is not a problem if it's within the reason of your body and you're not stressing out your back too much. That's my feeling. Don't listen to me there, though. There's too many professionals who'll tell you different. Oh, I was gonna go for 10, but that ninth one burned me, man. I didn't have another one in me. It's getting a little out of control. Ugh. Let's do it. 9. 9. All right. So now we're on to the floor work. And if I recall, this has my least favorite exercise in it of all the CaliMove. Oh no, nope. This one's not too bad. Okay. There's one on the CaliMove program. I don't know, is it my least favorite? Well, let's just say it's not my favorite. And that's the one-legged arch up holds, or what do you call it? One-legged bridge, single leg bridge. I'm gonna have to drop this camera. All right, so these are holds, which means uh, it's one rep. One really long rep. So first ones are 45 seconds, and then the next ones are 80 seconds. And for me, I'm trying to get a decent amount of weight in there. So for the hollow body holds, I've been considering that I need to change the way I'm doing my weight. I've been doing a base of 10, which obviously I'm lifting more than 10. Base means no weight added. Let's just do this at 50. What the heck? So with a base of 10, this would be 60 right here. Okay, so hollow body holds. It's supposed to get 3-minute breaks between the two exercises, so I'm giving myself a little bit more time here. But there are a lot of ways to make this easy. So the easiest form would be this, right? So almost, you're just trying to keep your shoulders and, if you can, your bottom of your tush off the ground. Lower back should be on the ground. No arching. You shouldn't be like this. There shouldn't be a gap underneath your lower back. You want to push your lower back into the ground and lift your shoulder blades. And if you can, lift your butt. That's where you're going to get as much out of this as you can. And as you get, if you feel want more challenge, you're going to slowly extend your arms and push your arms farther and farther and farther back until you're doing basically, you look like a kind of like a boat, you know, a nice little banana or whatever you want to call it. You're going to hold out like that. And as time goes on, you might want to add a little challenge and throw a little weight in on it. So that's what I'm going to do right now. And this is heavier than I usually do, so we'll see how that goes. And because I don't want to try to watch my watch, I'll have Alexa help me out. Alexa, set timer for 45 seconds.
45 seconds, 30 minutes.
Alexa, stop. Okay, that was getting really hard. I might have bit off a few more than I could chew on that one. Uh, it's 60. It is 45 according to that. Okay, so this next one is arch up holes, Supermans, whatever you want to call them. This is basically the reverse. You're going to be on your stomach. The only part of your body you want kind of touching the ground is about here. So you're going to lift your back up. You're going to try to lift your glutes up. So this part of your, from here down is up, and from here up is up. And if you want to add weight, again, you can. Well, that's how I did extra weight last time. So I have a couple of these on my wish list. These are only 2.5 pounds. There are a couple of them I saw on Amazon that you can get these up from 2.5 to 20. Well, 10 per leg. But that would be a nice extra. I mean, like being unemployed right now, I can't afford to buy any, but I have them on my list, and someday I slowly, when I can, add stuff to my repertoire. Every now and then I pick up a few items if you know, work is consistent. Been out of work for a month now. You know, a lot of people are like, a month? That's nothing. I've gone 6 months. It's like, yeah. I was a little worried too because they were slow to approve my unemployment. So I haven't gotten an unemployment check. They just approved it, I guess, this past couple of days. So I should start getting unemployment now. But it took them. I haven't gotten any unemployment checks yet, which kind of sucked. All right, let's go. Alexa, set timer for 80 seconds.
1 minute and 20 seconds. Starting now.
Now, if you're watching these are boring, right? Because all I do is sit there in one position, and you can watch me struggle to keep my arms up and my legs up. But it's like I'm not even moving. And you can see my arms are up, but I need to work on my extension here, if for nothing else, to build my flexibility and mobility. You kind of want your ears to stay between your arms. Don't overextend your neck, which would be to kind of raise it too high up. About 30 seconds. Got about a bunch more to go. Maybe halfway there. Oh. Alexa, stop. I had about 10 pounds, and I usually do half my body weight plus 10, so that's 100. So there you go. Well, I'm starting to sweat. So this is kind of how it works for me. The first few sets, I'm kind of like, I'm getting warm. I'm feeling the resistance, but I'm not really cranking it out yet, I guess. My body hasn't fully agreed that I'm working that hard, so it hasn't started uh, sweating yet. But then towards the end, I finally start feeling it a little bit. I'm guessing that's going to start changing as we start getting into the higher sets counts. Um, See if it's going to work today at all. Nope, it's not going to work at all today. Yep, it's one of those days. Can't get this guy to work. I don't know if it's my strap or if it's because my watch is connected. But, yep. All right. Let's go do another set. I'll just take this off. All right, let's do this. We'll leave the weights on my legs, add a little extra weight resistance. Alexa, set timer for 82, or sorry, cancel. Alexa, set timer for 50 seconds.
50 seconds, starting now.
Not really. Got abs. Not really. My abs are kind of weak. They're kind of covered in flab. So I apologize. Not much to show there. I mean, I've got abs. They're just hidden. Alexa, stop. All right, so I added, I said it's 60, so I'm at 65. Woohoo! Based on my goofy math here. So when I'm doing these, it's like you hear me say 55 or 60 or whatever. I try to I try to go a couple seconds extra when it starts beeping because I know it takes me a couple seconds to actually get into the right position. So I hear it beep, so I hold it for a second or two longer, and then I go back. I just knocked the camera, didn't I? My camera's all, what the heck? No, you should have said something, man. How did I do that? I don't even know when I did that, much less how I did that. Okay, let's do this. Next set. Oh, I need to set my timer. I got 40 seconds according to that one. Okay. Not tired enough to take these long breaks, but I am physically tired enough, but not cardio tired enough. So I feel like I want to keep moving, but I know if I do that, I won't be able to get very far. All right, close enough. I tell you, 80 seconds on this is really hard. To me, this is like, I think I could probably do better 80 seconds on the ab one than on this one. Alexa, set timer for 80 seconds.
1 minute and 20 seconds, starting now.
There is one reason too that I don't stream every single workout. I like music when I'm working out. And I can't play music on Twitch. It's certainly not music that I like. Twitch or YouTube for that matter, they don't like me to have music. So sometimes I've actually had two headsets in, one connected to my phone and one that I'm using for the mic on the PC, and I listen to music in the phone one. Just stretching out my arms because I feel like I need to do more of that. These last 10-15 seconds are the hardest. Alexa, stop. Oh, frickin' A. I'm still losing it, man. This is only 2 sets. But 65, according to that, is my highest I've done on the ab holds, or bear crunch holds, or crunch holds, or whatever they call them. I don't even, you think I'd see this enough times I'd remember what it was called. Hollow body holds. So you'll notice the way I log these. If you JFit doesn't have a weights plus time option. They have a reps plus time, I think, and they have time only and weights only, and they have weights and reps and whatever. But they don't have a weights plus time option. So in other words, it doesn't work with holds. So the only way I can do holds on the JFit application is to do a weights plus reps and put the time in as my reps. So that's why it says I'm doing 60 pound weights at 60 reps. It's really 60 seconds. It's because there's no way to record reps or time with weights. If you're doing body only, you could do time, which works, but I want to be able to add weight, and I want to be able to track that. So the only way to do that is to do time plus reps, or weight plus reps. Not the greatest or the best option, but gotta track something. Alexa, set timer for 52 seconds.
52 seconds. Starting now.
It just gives me 2 more seconds to get my butt into place. Okay. See how I'm dropping back and my shoulders are down and my butt's down? This is wrong. This is what you want. Raised shoulders, raised butt. Which means I probably have to go about 10 more seconds than the timer. You get tired, your shoulders want to drop, your butt wants to drop. Alexa, stop. These definitely get hard after a while. All right, man, you have a good one. Whatever your day has ahead of you. Hope it's a positive one. Take it easy, man. All right, 65, and I did 55. So I think I'm going to go ahead and add in my half my body weight on those. Because I just feel like 10 is not enough. I mean, if I'm doing it right, the only part of my body that's down is this area, which is probably not even half my body weight. If I'm doing it right, this is the only part of your body that's touching the ground or down, that's not being really lifted. The legs are pretty heavy, upper body's pretty heavy. Everything above my chest should be off the ground if I'm doing them right. In which case, I should be adding at least half my body weight, maybe even 3/4, but half is reasonable. And then I add my extra weight to half my body weight because all that's off the ground. And it'd probably be a more accurate uh, count of what you're lifting. I don't know, says me. The reason that the advantage of going to less is because if you really think about how you would do that at the gym, it's like with bench press, you want to be fairly accurate versus push-ups, right? Because you're not lifting any of your body during a bench press. During a squat, you're still doing your body weight in the squat. So theoretically, anything you add to that is really on top of your body weight, and really all you're measuring for accuracy there is what you're actually lifting, not what you're not really. I just like to log what I'm actually lifting because you got to consider your body weight is not zero. So a person who weighs 300 and does squats is lifting at least half his body weight in addition to the bar. So he's lifting at least 150 plus his bar. Because you can't count the legs because they're doing the work and they're kind of like part of it, but you're lifting everything else. A guy who only weighs 150 and is doing 300 pounds, well, he's only doing half his body weight, so he's about 375, while the other guy's at 450. The 450 is more of it, so you're lifting more weight. So if he were to lose 50 pounds and is sitting at the same number, he's actually lifting less. Or even if he went up 25 pounds in his strength but loses 50 pounds in his weight, he actually is coming out even, right? Because he's probably lost 25 pounds at least worth of resistance from his body. So gaining 25 pounds in strength is really just he's holding his strength while he's losing weight, which is great for the overall body form and physique, but it's not actually more strength. It's just your body hasn't lost its strength while you lost weight. Um, so, yeah, anyway, what am I supposed to be doing? Arch up, hold, so okay. Alexa, set timer for 82 seconds.
1 minute and 22 seconds, starting now.
It's kind of funny. A lot of times I'll be doing these in about 30, 40 seconds. I'm going, you know what? I think I'm getting good enough. I could do 5-pound weights. And at 50, 60 seconds, I'm going, well, this is pretty hard. And then for the last 20 seconds, I'm like, no freaking way can I hold 5 more pounds. Alexa, stop. So often I'm tempted to take on that extra 5 more pounds. But man, when I hit those last 10 seconds, I'm like dying. He could see my, I don't even know if the camera is catching it, but I probably looks like my hands are resting on the ground by the time I'm done. They're not, but it's like I'm like hovering this high above the ground. And sometimes I'll feel my fingers start to touch the carpet, and I'm like, nope, nope, higher, higher. It's like slowly they're coming down. Then I can't even tell until I kind of feel the carpet with my fingers. And I'm like, no, lift it back up. But by the time I get to those last 5 or 10 seconds, I'm like, no. Adding weight. Okay, so 80 seconds is the goal. That's the max time for these workouts, right? Theoretically, I could add weight and just try to hit in the range, because the range is, what, 60? 60 to 80 seconds? Well, it's 40 to 80 seconds. So yeah, I could probably add 5 pounds and just give myself something to shoot for. So maybe I should. Maybe this next one, I'll go ahead and add 5 pounds, which is I'll be using 5 pound weights instead of 2.5 pound weights. And just try to land in that 40 plus range. Maybe I'll try to go for, I don't know, 50 seconds. See how it goes. 5 more pounds is a lot. I'm telling you. So says me. Okay. Another round. Uh, Alexa, set timer for 60 seconds.
1 minute, starting now.
All right, we're going to go ahead. See if I got a minute in me here. I'm going to have to add about 6 seconds, so it took me a little bit to get going. Ugh. 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 Alexa, stop. Great gurgly murgly. I'm so tired. I was supposed to be done at 8:30, by the way, so I'm already off my schedule. Dang it. Let's just keep moving. I'll try to speed this up for the last couple. Did say I was going to try to go up to 5 pounds. I'm going to do, I don't know, half the time? Extra 5 pounds probably isn't half the time. We'll go for 50 seconds. See if I can do 50 seconds. Plus, I don't like these weights, to be honest. They're kind of awkward to hold. They're kind of big. Plus, when you hold the big weights, your hands want to turn, and then they want to rest on the ground. Alexa, set timer for 60 seconds.
1 minute, starting now.
can't. I can't. Can't. I just did not have it in me. I was not staying up. Alexa, stop. Uh, Came up a couple seconds short, so what did I do? 1 minute, so 57 seconds. Uh, oh well. Oh yeah, that was hard. Had another 5 pounds of that though, I guess. 105, 57. Well, got something to improve upon. So my favorite ab exercise is this my last one? Well, it's my last one of this. Yeah, it's my last one of this. Okay. Is the ab roller. So if you ever want a good ab workout, get yourself an ab roller. You want to buy yourself a gadget. Of all the gadgets, workout gadgets in the world, that's the best. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there are other workout gadgets that are better, but have my experience, that's the best one. Alexa, set timer for 60 seconds.
1 minute, starting now. Alexa, stop. Yeah, I know. I'm assisting myself getting off the ground. I'm tired, man. Leave me alone. Quite sure I'm not doing an increased amount of time on this next one. All right, so for my day's streaming plan, it'll all be under my Active Mind Gamer uh, tag. I'm going to be doing some programming today. I'm actually learning how to do Next.js. I'm going to do it online. I'm actually hoping to do a couple of sessions of that today. I'm going to try to start this afternoon, start trying to reverse engineer my website using React and Next.js. Trying to use what I've learned to see if I could start building up some actual experience doing this stuff. Just to kind of add to my resume, but also because it's interesting. I like doing it, and it's actually kind of a good learning opportunity. So we'll see how that plays out. Um, Additionally, of course, I will try to do some gaming today. I'm going to try and do my Marvel Snap, probably around lunchtime, where I try to clear missions. Maybe even, yeah, I don't want to make any promises. I keep saying I'm going to do some Frosthaven or some, uh, but it's either going to be Frosthaven or painting probably today. We'll see. Gotta do both at some point. I must have that set like at 90 seconds, which is too short for this particular workout. This is the hardest thing I do, I think. So hard to keep my arms up on this. So we'll set 60 seconds again and just see how far I can go. And then I'll have to count once I give up and see how far away I got. But 60 seconds is so long. I tell you, those last 10 seconds are just brutal. Actually, it's easier to go past. Let's set it at 55 seconds. And then I can, if I have extra juice, if I can even get past 55 seconds, I'll try to push a little further. Alexa, set timer for 55 seconds.
55 seconds, starting now.
10, 10, 10, 10. 20, 20, 20, 20. 30, 30, 30. 50. Alexa, stop. I I could not push my arms out. I was so hard. I was so trying to push my arms forward ahead of my head. I just got more and more tired and they just kept coming back. It is easier back here. So the more tired you get, the more you're pulling them back. Keeping them above my head at all. Oh gosh. So hard. I did count to 57 before I put the weight down. Went 2 more seconds, but uh, I mean, I still think it counts. It's just if you want them to be proper, you got to keep your arms out as long as possible. So I do. I try to keep them out as long as possible throughout the workout. But ultimately, the goal is to keep my arms above, off the ground, my head off the ground, my chest off the ground, which is a lot easier. As I tell you, keeping the legs up and the chest up is the easy part. It's the shoulders that are dying. I can't hold them up. But hey, that's the strength you're trying to build, right? You need that back strength, that back. So to me, the most important part of that is the shoulder part, the whole holding your arms up. That's the crux of that workout. Anyway, so there you go. That is my workout for today. I have completed CaliMove Day 2, Week 13. And I'm going to say 57 again, 105. And there we go. We'll say, and it took me 70 minutes, which is a little longer. If I would have started on time, I would have been okay, though. See, look at that, 67,000 pounds. That's getting up there for an upper body workout. Definitely felt like a decent workout. Like I could feel that my back is worked. I could feel that my chest is still tight from doing the push-ups. I could still feel that my lower back is feeling the pulls. As you start getting into those 5 sets and eventually 6 sets and 7 sets and 8 sets, and they do. That's how it goes from here on out. We're basically going to be going up I think there's a point where you're going up almost every week. So you're going to go 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 as you finish this up. This is the final phase of this week, of this one, I think. Our final week of this phase. Oh no, I guess next week is the final week of this phase, but I think we're at, by the end of that one, I think we're 6 sets.
No, 5 sets. Okay, so we finished this phase doing fives, but the last ones are 6, 7, 8, 9. So all 4 weeks we increase your sets every single week. So that's going to be fun. So we do 3 days of 6, 3 days of 7, 3 days of 8, and then 3 days of 9 sets. I gotta get started on time those weeks. Anyway, hey, if you're into miniatures at all, that's collecting them, painting them, displaying them, transporting them to your local game store. Check out the Mage Cage at Active Minds Games on YouTube and Instagram. Check out the videos, the pictures, see what they are, see what they're all about. And if you want some, you can go to AM Games Direct, pick some up from us there. That's how you can support my website. Now, if you don't want to, if you don't need any product, but you want to help out anyway, I do have Patreon links and Stream Elements, tipping links or whatever, if you'd rather help out that way. If you don't want to, no problem. Just, subscribes and follows help a lot too, because they help me to push towards affiliate or whatever the particular YouTube, Twitch requirements are to actually get ad revenue. Granted, I'm not going to be getting too much, but hey, every little bit helps, right? Especially when you're unemployed. So, beyond that, stay fit, stay healthy.